$100 in a day flipping items. Can you still do this in 2025? Flipping items is a process where you buy something for low and then you sell it high, but only having one day to make $100 flipping items, I'm gonna have to find a seller and a buyer on the exact same day. So we don't run out of any time. I'm up bright and early today getting ready to lowball people on Facebook Marketplace. So I've been messaging people for about an hour and I think I narrowed in what I want to buy. If you watched my last video, you would know that I love flipping mountain bikes because I could easily make over $100 per flip. But today I went through and messaged about 100 people selling road bikes. But obviously since it's super early in the morning, people didn't reply yet, but I got 2 people to reply and 2 people that actually want to meet me right now. The first one is a Trek road bike. He has it listed for 400, but honestly, I would not buy it for 400. So if I could talk him down, then I think that could be a good deal. And the second one is this older Cannondale bike. He wants 200 for it, and honestly that's a good deal because I see them going for like $800 online. It looks like it needs new tires and a really good clean because it looks disgusting, so I feel like I could definitely haggle this price down a little bit and this would be a perfect flip bike. I hope this one's the one that works out. I'm going to check out the Trek bike first and then I'm going to check out that Cannondale. They live near each other, so it's not that big of a worry if one of them says no, but it's about a 30-minute drive, so I better get driving. I got no time to waste. All right, time to check out the Trek bike. Oh, hell. Jeez, that thing was disgusting. I don't even think the guy had the same picture as the listing. It was completely rusted out. There was like a couple spokes missing. Like, that was one of the worst bikes I've ever looked at. After that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to look at the next one. If this one doesn't work out, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace, but we're running out of time. It's already 1 o'clock. All right, wish me luck. I'm not going to show you the audio of us talking unless you just want to hear. But he was super chill. He said the bike was given to him as a gift and he never rode it. I noticed that the tires were completely flat and he had no idea if they actually held air or not. So I just offered him 120 and he said,
yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I proudly introduce you to the all-new Cannondale Criterion. Okay, now before we get too excited, let's assess the damages and what we need to fix. Despite how it looks, there's actually 0 rust on this bike, which is great, which means I could probably clean up all the dirt off of this. If you look closely though at the tires, these things are way worn out and they need to be replaced. Honestly, aside from all the dirt and everything, it's really not as bad as I thought. So I'm gonna go clean it right now. It's 20 degrees out, 30-mile-an-hour winds, and there's snow on the ground, so this is probably not gonna be a fun experience, but it's gotta get done. On a real note though, I probably should have taken an IQ test before cleaning the bike outside because it was 20 degrees and windy, so no surprise my bike turned into a giant popsicle and so did my hands. I'm bleeding out! I actually spent 30 minutes defrosting it with this hairdryer. No way, these tires actually do hold air. That means we have a working bike. I just took pictures of the bike and listed it on the Facebook Marketplace, but honestly, I just don't think it's gonna sell in time because we literally only have a few hours left of the day. But I'm not ready to give up yet because I have a backup plan. I'm gonna try and take this bike to a pawn shop. Yes, it's a pawn shop, so they're gonna offer you a lot less than like somebody buying it private, but I did buy the bike for $120, so honestly, maybe the pawn shop will give me $220 because I probably could list it back onto Facebook for like around 500-ish. Before I actually go to the pawn shops, I'm gonna call them beforehand to make sure they actually take bikes. If you watched my last video, you would know that I don't have a great experience with pawn shops. I went to 3 different ones and not a single one showed interest in my item. So to avoid that, I'm just gonna call them beforehand, and I mean, it's a bike. How would they not take a bike? All right, pawn shop number 1 calling. Hi, I was wondering if you guys buy road bikes?
We do, but honestly not at this time of year.
Not at this time of the year? Okay, that makes sense. All right, thank you, man. All right, pawn shop number 2. Hi, I was wondering if you guys happen to buy like road bikes. I have one that I could bring in.
Only Trek, Cannondale, Giant, and Bianchi.
I have
We tell everybody if you do have one of those, it's got to be for dirt cheap because nobody's buying bikes right now.
What would you?
Yep.
What would your definition of dirt cheap be?
Like a third of what we're gonna sell it for. But if you bring it back in spring, you're looking at least a split.
All right, well, thank you for your time, man. So both of the pawn shops just told me that they're not gonna buy it just because the bike isn't in season and nobody's looking for a road bike right now. I mean, he said that he would buy my bike, which is a Cannondale. That's what they're looking for. But I guarantee if I went there, he'd probably offer me like 20 bucks. I think I'm literally just gonna call every single pawn shop on this list and hope one of them says that they're interested. Do you guys happen to sell or take road bikes? Oh, you don't? So you don't do road bikes? No road bikes? Hi, excuse me, do you guys take road bikes by chance? Yeah, I can be there in like 20 minutes. All right, sounds good. See you then. We have a chance. All right, guys, I just got out of the pawn shop. I didn't film anything because they were closing literally as I walked in. The dude offered me $150 for the bike, which would be decent. I mean, I get $30 for a day. And he said it's only because they're off season right now. But honestly, I said no because $30 for this bike, like, yes, that's still not bad for only a day, but like, it's pretty bad. So we didn't actually end up making any money in this video. In fact, we're down $146 if you factor in the price of gas. But I guarantee if we made this challenge over a day, we would have smashed that goal of 100. The exact same bike I have has sold for $400 or $500 easily on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm sure once it gets warmer and I can get actually good pictures that aren't in my garage, I could definitely sell it for around that amount. Flipping items, the process takes a lot longer than a day, and honestly it's just unrealistic to think you're gonna see results in a singular day. But even though we didn't complete the challenge, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Maybe subscribe, because once we hit 10k subs, I'm gonna start a new series that involves flipping cars. I'm not gonna tell you exactly what it is, but I'm really excited for it, so I promise you want to see it. Anyways, have a great rest of your day. Peace out.